got myself a duck. Meat is meat, baby.
Foraging for food is all the rage right now, including mushrooms, herbs, and even roadkill.
Oh, yes.
That's right, eating found food is gaining popularity in Australia, Canada, and the United States.
I don't know if I want to do this.
But why are people turning to roadkill for food? And what does it have to do with inflation, sustainability, a festival in West Virginia, and a strict set of rules? Keep watching and find out why eating roadkill might become the next big food craze.
Pick it up, take it home, and you're in for a treat.
This is Roadkill Cuisine. Humans have been eating meat for 2.6 million years, and we show no signs of slowing down. But at what cost? The price of meat has increased quickly in recent years. Experts estimate that in the U.S., in March 2022, buying food in grocery stores cost consumers 10% more than in March 2021. Those skyrocketing prices might be one reason why the number of internet searches about safely preparing meat from animals killed by cars have also gone way up. And while that may seem gross to many of us, there are positive aspects to salvaging and eating roadkill, if you do it safely, of course.
Chewy.
One of the positives is the environmental impact. The meat farming industry has a huge effect on our global climate. Meat and dairy farms take up about 75% of the farmland across the globe, and they produce an enormous amount of greenhouse gas emissions. If more people eat salvaged meat, it could reduce our dependence on giant factory meat farms, which would lower emissions and help our planet.
My first roadkill as well.
In 2008, the U.S. Federal Highway Administration estimated that 1 to 2 million animals are hit by vehicles every year. Some people believe that eating those animals is a more sustainable, ethical, and healthy choice for meat eaters.
That's really good.
But wait, how could it be healthy to eat roadkill? Well, aside from costing nothing and not contributing to climate change,
Meat on the table.
animals hit by cars are also wild, meaning their diets aren't filled with hormones and antibiotics. Well, that's a good point. Plus, the animals got to live their lives outside of a crowded farm, eating an organic diet and frolicking in nature. Well, doesn't that sound nice? If eating roadkill is starting to seem pretty appetizing to you, you aren't alone. In West Virginia, the Autumn Harvest Festival and Roadkill Cook-Off celebrates foraging and cooking different types of roadkill, and it's been held for 36 years. There are chefs all over the world who specialize in cooking salvaged meat. Fergus Drennan from the UK has dedicated much of his life to raising awareness about foraging for food, especially meat. He's eaten everything from squirrels to badgers, and even bigger animals like deer. And Chef Arthur Boyd made a big splash in 2016 when he almost went to jail for eating a salvaged dolphin for Christmas dinner.
You want a testicle?
But that was nothing, as he once salvaged meat from a beached whale and made it into stews and casseroles. If you're considering foraging roadkill, it's essential to know that you can't just grab any animal from the side of the road.
I'm not eating
What's
that.
There are strict laws regarding roadkill. It's only legal in 30 states, and even then, you might need a permit. In Alaska, if you hit an animal like a moose or caribou, you can't salvage it yourself. But with a volunteer organization's help, the animal can be picked up and distributed to the community.
Yeah, roadkill. How exciting!
In most states where foraging roadkill is legal, you still have to report it to the authorities to protect vulnerable species. And you'll need to be careful about what you're eating. It's essential to make sure that any animal you come across is fresh,
Clear eyes are a good indicator of freshness.
free of flies or fleas, and has not been sitting out in the sun for a long time. You should avoid any meat that was already dead when you found it, and avoid any animal that's sitting in water, as bacteria can grow rapidly. It's best to consult an expert before you start driving around looking for roadkill to salvage. But once you're a pro, making a stew, casserole, or smoking a wild deer can create an incredible meal with a sustainable price tag. As long as it's safe and legal, eating fresh roadkill might be the wave of the future. If you're in the mood for more info about unusual foods, check out our video about a secret maple syrup stash hidden in Canada, next on Origins of Food.